Hi friend, and welcome to this February bullet journal setup. Now, before we can get into February, I thought I'd do just a little flip through of my January scrapbook. I'm trying to just document my memories as they come rather than at the end of the year. And so here's things I was listening to, here is the page of what I watched in January, a few of my DIY projects, and then just getting into a few fun days and memories, all the things through photos. I have an entire page there for my polar bear swim, which was really fun. I know I'm only 1 month in here, but so far just getting to document these days as they come rather than as the whole year at the end. Is my goal. And now here we are, February, second month of the year. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling pretty good heading into February. I feel like I've continued with some of the goals I set. I mean, here I am doing another bullet journal video, even though my last two were very late. This one should be out during the month that it is for, so here's hoping. This month, I thought I would do a theme dedicated to Lord of the Rings, but mainly The Hobbit as kind of my theme. If you watched my 2025 setup video, I kind of went over a few of my goals for the year and kind of my hopeful vibe for the year. My word for the year is slow, and to kind of go along with that, two characters that come to mind are Winnie the Pooh, who just feels like a very warm, cozy character, and then Bilbo Baggins, who again just feels like a bit of a homebody, but in a good way. Just feels cozy, feels like they both embody that kind of slower mentality. So I thought I'd dedicate February to The Hobbit. And so my title page here is based on the map to the Lonely Mountain. If you know about The Hobbit or have read the books, watched the movies or anything in that world, I just tried to copy that kind of design from the map. So I have the Lonely Mountain here just kind of sketched out, and then Smaug the dragon up above, which was a lot harder. When I was penciling it out, it took a while to make it look quite right, so I did my best. Hopefully it turned out okay. And then for most of my titles and fonts, I went with that kind of Lord of the Rings, elvish kind of scribe. I kind of looked up on Pinterest some font ideas that are based on the Lord of the Rings, so I just kind of copied those out. And then also on the bottom of the page there for my title page, I just have Sting, the sword, and then the One Ring, obviously. And then my second page here on the right hand side is my habit tracker. I didn't do this for January mainly because I was very late in setting up January, so there wasn't really many habits to track. So I thought I'd do it in February. It's one of those things that really motivates me to just stay consistent with some of my routines and things that I want to get done through the day. So I'm just outlining that really simply. The color choices for this setup are kind of inspired, I guess, by Bilbo's color palette when you think of like the things that he wears. So it's mainly that green color. I have some yellow as well as just some like browns and neutral colors that really make me think of Hobbit living, if that makes sense. I'm kind of color coding the habits that I'm tracking here as kind of like yellow meaning my morning habits. That tan light brown color is my kind of daily afternoon habits, and then the green is my evening. So it kind of helps me keep track of my routines and kind of get an overview of the day. And then I just kind of realized that I was missing something on this page. So in all of those fantasy maps and the ones that you see in Lord of the Rings, they always have those kind of like mountainscapes to kind of show where all those mountains are. So I just kind of did some quick little triangles, a little bit of shading to kind of add that map look kind of thing. Just really simple. I kind of added it spur of the moment, and I think it really helped fill out this page a little bit more and tie it into that title page as well, which I had fun doing. And then I'm just filling out my habits here, just really simple things. Things like wake up at a certain time, drink water, stretch, read my Bible. I always put in have breakfast and lunch and dinner just as kind of a marker throughout my day to kind of make sure I'm hitting those classic check-ins. And then the evening ones like reading, again stretching, I'm trying to do that in my mornings and evenings, and yeah, just a few other things. So now as we flip over to my monthly spread, my kind of overarching look for this one that I wanted was wanted it to look like the Hobbit door. I did a small version of that classic round Hobbit door on my 2025 title page, and I just really like how it looked. I like the colors, I like the, I don't know, just that iconic icon that is like the Hobbit home, which feels warm and inviting and cozy and just all the things that I want my February to be. So I felt it was fitting, and it's just an easy way to kind of add in some fun thematic elements to my monthly spread, because I really need this to be a functional page, but I wanted to still have a little bit of fun. So yeah. And then I know that most of the time those kind of hinges fall on the left side of a door, but it just worked with how I normally lay out my spread here to have it on the right side. Those are kind of going to be my dividers for a few other just kind of lists that I have for my monthly spreads. So I thought I'd kind of tie that into the door theme of it all. It's funny, I kind of find that when it comes to bullet journaling, I like keeping my tools pretty simple. I'm not much of a washi tape person. I just kind of stick to like my mild liners, a few pens that I really like, my ruler, and I think that's kind of it. Every once in a while I'll use whiteout or a few other things, but I like just keeping it really simple so that it's easy to carry around my items with me for whatever I need. I usually just use a few pens here and there, but even though my spreads don't necessarily look very minimalistic right now with all the kind of elements I'm adding in, but ultimately I like trying to keep it as simple as I can. I shared either in my first video or my last video that I've been bullet journaling for quite a few years, and yeah, I'd love to hear if you want to see any of those past bullet journals. I believe I have them all starting at, I think 2018 is when I first did mine. So yeah, I've definitely tried out a lot of different spreads. I've tried out a lot of different ways of approaching bullet journaling, and it's really changed over the last few years. So if that's something you're interested in seeing, let me know, leave a comment, and yeah, I'll definitely dig out some of those journals if you guys are interested, and maybe do some reminiscing together. And then as we flip over to the last page here, again, I use this in my January spread before, but it's just a very simple goal page. I moved it to the end of this one mainly because I wanted my habit tracker to be kind of that front and center. And my goals here, I don't necessarily look at every day. It's more so a little bit of an overview and something I'll use, especially at the end of the month. So it's nice having here because then it can go right into my scrapbooking pages that I'll do at the end of February. So it kind of flows together with like a monthly recap right beside all of my goals as well, to kind of be able to tie that in. So. And now as we do my flip through, that's it, guys. That's February. Just a few simple pages inspired by Mr. Bilbo Baggins and that cozy vibe. Thank you so much for being here, friend. I will see you next month.